IS Essentials is the latest rating tool in the IS rating scheme. It provides benchmarks and third-party assurance for infrastructure assets between the capital value of $5 and $100 million. IS Essentials can be applied to a range of infrastructure projects, anything from energy, water, ports, airports, road, rail and social infrastructure such as swimming pools and parks.
So through applying the IS rating scheme, we're looking to identify the areas that are of key importance in terms of driving sustainability outcomes for the project. So for example, through applying the materiality assessment and going through that process, we've identified that key sustainability initiatives that we should really be focusing on involve enhancing the community outcomes for the Jardagin and Lombardina Aboriginal communities, enhancing the ecological outcomes for the ecological values that are affected by the project, and also understanding our energy and greenhouse gas emission impacts and identifying ways that we can reduce these across the infrastructure life cycle.
So applying the tool to a marine project was new, not only for us, but was new for within TMR and the Infrastructure Sustainability Council. What we did was we took each criteria, thought about how it could apply to this small value project. Really, it was under $10 million, and in a marine context, some of the criteria we thought were really far more worded for road projects, and so we really challenged ourselves and each other. The Infrastructure Sustainability Council, our expert within TMR, really familiar with roads, and with ourselves and the engineers, marine engineers, how the intent of that criteria could apply to the beacons. And we just took it criteria by criteria and then understood the different, where we might sit in terms of maturity of application of the criteria. And as we worked through that, we would then test that with the Infrastructure Sustainability Council contact, who was great in challenging themselves as well and the organisation for what we could apply. We eliminated those criteria that weren't appropriate for the project, included those that were, and certainly with guidance, chose the criteria that we would use for evaluation.
IS Essentials has influenced project decision making and the consideration of project sustainability initiatives, and allowed us to challenge business as usual with the backing of an industry best practice framework.
And that then has also resulted in changes to the standards for the beacons that are now being rolled out elsewhere, including in the Gladstone shipping channels.
So from a broader organisational perspective, the IS rating scheme is really helping us identify areas for improvement in terms of driving sustainability outcomes on the project. And it's also helped us identify gaps within the organisational areas for improvement in terms of sustainability outcomes. And through taking a hands-on approach with a lot of the rating scheme credits, we're also building a lot of the capability in-house within the organisation.
The thinking differently that I led with the team, and very much in collaboration with the team from within MSQ, was definitely stimulated by the criteria in the IS Essentials tool. Thinking through all of the criteria certainly prompted us to consider the design, the way that we would deliver the project, the procurement, the standards, who we engaged with, both from within the organisation as well as externally as well, and those things have really stuck and certainly improved our business and changed our business for the better for the longer term. My advice to anyone who's thinking about applying this IS Essentials tool or other Infrastructure Sustainability Council tools is do it. Give it a go. It is worth the investment. Yes, it is an investment in money and time and effort and thought power, but you'll get that back in spades.